How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. Why did the robber jump in the shower? He wanted to make a clean getaway. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN that came back and reclaimed the $7 level. You guys know how much we love seeing OCGN above $7. That's what we got today. We ended up finishing below it yesterday, but of course with the strength in the stock and also a lot of the FOMO since we're going into October, we saw some appreciation in the stock. But anyways, I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. And I also get this question like, Dre, where do you see this stock going, especially with the WHO approval right around the corner? Again, this is potential. We can't just call it as it is, right? I want to make sure that you guys have a good idea of where this stock could actually go. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. Yes, we do have some updates, even though we just covered this yesterday, and I know you're going to want to know more about it. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, were institutions loading up on shares today? I feel this is very key because if we do notice that there has been some large scale orders, it can get very interesting, especially as we go into October. And then when all of that is done, we'll be jumping into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $7.18, being up 5.28%. On the low, it tested $6.85, and then on the high, testing $7.24. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 6.84 million shares, and then the average volume over 10 trading days being at 10.01 million shares. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, we're at 46.64. And when we take a look at the moving averages, we have come back to reclaim the 200-day by closing at 7.18, and it's at $7.11. So that is something that is really good to see. As far as for the other moving averages, we are below all of them, but the fact that we reclaimed the 200-day, we are definitely in good territory here. And we also do know October is starting tomorrow, so I could see some anticipation coming into the stock. The market was very choppy. So now, taking into consideration areas of resistance, we ended up testing $7.24 on the day. So as far as going into tomorrow, I would love to see us get past it and also start testing 21-day EMA right here around $7.42. If we don't get any sort of an update and so forth, then I would love for us to use this as an area of support and then continue the strength going into next week and being able to reclaim the 100-day here at $7.65. And I know with that decision, we could definitely break out and be able to get past that $8 range. We will have some resistance here around the 820s, but I'm not too concerned about it because with buying volume coming through the stock, I feel like we can easily pass this. I'm talking about the $10 plus level if we end up getting this EUL. So that's what I want to see. OCGN, let's just hold up this $7 range going into Friday. We're looking forward to coming back to reclaiming the 21-day EMA at 742. So let's see what happens. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for OCGN. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So what we could see here for the most recent September the 29th filing, we have Vanguard Explorer Explorer fund that went in with just under 169,000 shares. So that is definitely something that we love to see. When we take a look at the short interest information, scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 2.4 million, updated 22 minutes ago, and the short ball fee rate is at 2.13%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see here for the close of the 27th, it was at 51.93, and in the close for the 28th, it was at 59.95, and in the close for the 29th being at 57.55. So one thing that is very clear, OCGN continues to have short squeeze potential. Shorts are heavily vested inside of this play. So if we end up getting that EUL, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some strong moves in price action with that buying pressure and FOMO that would come inside the stock. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow, it was 11,295, and then on the outflow, it was at 10,023. So we ended up having an inflow day. When we take a look at the breakdown, it was 0 on the large. On the medium, we had 7,702, and then on the small, we had 3,592. When we take a look at the outflow side, 0 on the large. On the medium, it was 6,999, and then on the small, it was 3,024. So one thing that we could realize right away, retail was loading up on shares of OCGN. I know a little bit of FOMO's into that, but also taking advantage of that pullback. And then when we take a look at the medium-sized orders, we also have a surplus there as well. So again, institutions can be taking part when it comes to medium-sized orders. So that's one thing also to understand, but we do know for a fact there were many people who were loading up on shares today. And then just taking a look at the large-scale orders in the last 5 days. Of course, we've had 0 because we had 0 on both sides for the large. We are going into October tomorrow and seeing this particular type of price action that we have been seeing. Yes, it has definitely been quite the roller coaster. We had a lot of bears inside the comment section on Webull, but as you can see, we were able to reclaim that $7 level like I always talk about on this channel and where I like to see OCGN at. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, I have to say it again, I'm excited going into October tomorrow. Some of you may even catch this video on the day of October, but hey, I'm excited for October. We know we're going to be getting our update from WHO, and I know many shareholders have been waiting quite a bit of time, just like myself, for this. Now, as far as what's been happening inside of the market, yes, it has been very choppy. It has been very volatile. We've seen a lot of stocks have been pulling back, and seeing how OCGN has been holding up is really good to see, and it gives us a good idea that there is a lot of demand in the market for OCGN shares. When I went on Fintel to get the most up-to-date info in regard to the short volume ratio, it was not available as of yet, but one thing we do know for a fact, it will continue to have short squeeze potential, and this is why I say if we end up getting that decision as far as for that EUL, we can see some strong moves in price action, because I feel that shorts would want to be looking to actually start covering their positions. And when we took a look at the recent institutional ownership, yes, we see some recent updates. We had Vanguard that went in with a position from the filings, and we already know that is definitely something that we love seeing when institutions are loading up on shares. And as far as for the order flow for today, yes, we had a lot of retail that was loading up on shares, many that were able to actually take advantage of that dip, getting OCGN under $7. And before I close this video out, I want to send a big time shout out to everyone down inside of the Webull comment section. I've had the opportunity to interact with you guys. I'm trying my best to be more active, but I'm doing trading at the same time. But I want to make sure that you guys know OcuFam is in the building, and I also want to send a big time shout out to Bigfoot. I'm just hoping I didn't butcher your name there. Bigfoot, big shout out. I told you I was going to shout you out in the video. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll be talking real soon.